Hey, I'm Josh for here, going back to a new Phineas and Ferb review. And if you already saw this one, go and check it out. And we're back with the next episode of Season 5 of Phineas and Ferb. And yeah, we start with the first one, and it's another good one. And yeah, it starts with a hot day in Danville. And yeah, funny things that is showing in the background as well. And yeah, it is so hot in Danville that the kids are just showing of how hot it is. And they actually have an idea of what they can do to get rid of this hotness, or to cool off. And yeah, Candace is just so hot. Well, especially in jeans and the t-shirt that she wears when she has squirrels in her pants. That's what makes her hot. But yeah, she is just burning up from the heat. And yeah, Stacy has so many fans on, and yeah, Candace is just too hot to even try to bust Phineas and Ferb, and yeah, her phone is on fire too, and her seats are literally attached to her because of how hot it is. And see Phineas and Ferb making this giant ice thing, and yeah, of course, Candace is just thinking that she has the she has the energy to bust Phineas and Ferb. And yeah, Perry spelling OWCA and heading down into this lemonade. And yeah, Monogram talking about Doofenshmirtz, which yeah, just Carl's hands are all pruny. Look all pruny. But Doofenshmirtz is at this water park. And yeah, having to fan Monogram. And yeah, Candace is telling her mom to go back to the backyard and saying 1 minute. And of course, the whole build leaves. And yeah, Candace, after Linda goes back into the house, Candace actually thinks if this is actually all in her head, that Linda actually tells her that all this hate is probably getting to her head and to saying things. And yep, we see the zebra. We see the zebra, that calls Candace Kevin. And yeah, she decides to go and chase after it, the contraption. And yeah, we see Doofenshmirtz stopping Perry and telling him that he can't enter without an armband, which yeah, gives him one. And of course it traps him and tells him about all this dunkelberries juice that he has, and all this whole supply, and going to be dumping it in this water park, because he gives us a flashback and saying of how when it was Roger's birthday party, he always thought it looked so much fun because he was not able to go into it. And yeah, has this right to get rid of all the water so he can pour his Dunkelberry stuff into the water to replace the water. And yeah, ouch, his foot gets crushed. And yeah, the ice whale is rolling, and yeah, they don't know where Buford is, but he licked the ice, and now he's spinning, and now Baljeet is spinning, which Ferb saves him. And Candace gets stuck in mud, but no, it's not mud. It looks like mud, but no, it's ice cream that melted, which Candace gets the sticks of the ice cream as ski shoes and slides across, and we get this musical montage as well, which is really good as well, of Candace just going after Phineas and Ferb, and just this funny stuff that just happens as well. And yeah, then we see this cup that reflects this beam from the sun, and Perry manages to get free, and Doofenshmirtz gets his nader up to the top of the water slide, and Vanessa is wondering where her hairdryer is, and saying of how they had a talk of not taking Vanessa's things for evil. And yeah, just pretending, I know I'm a good father, just so these kids don't know that he's not so much of a good father. And yeah, getting rid of all the water, and Candace telling her mom to see what Phineas and Ferb are up to. And yeah, the news is saying of why Candace is dressed like that in the summer. And actually being told that it's going to be on TV, and even of they're mentioning about her neck. Like, again, that's one of the things that we just hear a lot. Like, people just talking about her neck. And her neck being that long. And yeah, of course, the ice is right next to Linda. But of course, when she turns, she sees this donut of this truck. And yeah, she then sees this tortoise that is just crossing the road. And yeah, Doofenshmirtz is releasing the Dunkelberry juice and making everybody slide and slip everywhere. And this kid lands safely on the mattresses and then gets crushed. And Perry gets hit with the Dunkelberry juice and then swims to attack Doofenshmirtz. And yeah, the thing is going out. The ice is going out of control, which they abandon it. And then a laser shoots and hits Candace, making her mouth like all dry. And yeah, the shark ends up going down, and yeah, it hits the ice, causing Doofenshmirtz to get hit with the ice and it melting, causing the water to come back. And then we get that whole gag, right, with that lady and that guy. And it's like, what do you expect? Right? And I can't believe, that kind of one that one of the funny gags as well. And yeah, the Dunkelberry juice just comes onto the salad for these vegetarians. And yeah, Linda sees the kids having a time, and yeah, Candace is just losing it. And then she remembers the TV, which yeah, it doesn't even talk about Candace, because a bigger news is the tortoise riding on those things that Candace was skiing on. But yeah, another good episode. And then we go to the next one, which is another good one. And yeah, it starts with this therapist guy that is going to be preventing or showing off this discovery, which yeah, it's actually Candace's therapist. Yeah, Candace is actually seeing a therapist, and yeah, taking her mom to before they miss anything, and yeah, showing all these different discoveries, even the giant floating baby head. And yeah, this guy is getting taken away by this officer, and yeah, showing two people that he has been talking to, and of course we obviously know who it is. And yeah, they have the black line covering their eyes, but of course it's Doofenshmirtz and Candace, and talking about Perry that always foils Doofenshmirtz's plans. And then we see 4 weeks ago of them in therapy. Yeah, I never would have thought we actually would have seen Doofenshmirtz and Candace in therapy, right? But here we are, 5 seasons in, and we are now seeing Candace, and especially Candace, but Doofenshmirtz as well, and therapy. And we get the song as well, which, yeah, you kind of feel bad for them as well, but also gives the therapist an idea, though, of what's been going on, and he actually has a theory after all this. And again, really good songs in season 5 so far. Again, we are still early in season 5, but I'm definitely loving these songs in this new season. And yeah, wondering where's Perry, and yeah, he's just eating, and then he goes into this cold water, and yeah, it's just a prank, that monogram. Yeah, is just pulled, and talking about Doofenshmirtz seeing a therapist, which they're glad that he's getting help, which was funny. And yeah, the therapist is going over to the Fletcher's house and talking to the different family members and Phineas and Ferb's friends as well, if they know anything. And yeah, it goes to Doofenshmirtz and sees Norm and Vanessa, and having this self-destruct, like, destructinator. And yeah, him like, it is the same platypus. And yeah, them having to read these scripts, and yeah, Doofenshmirtz having to pretend to be Perry while Perry pretends to be Doofenshmirtz. Yeah, very awkward, like, and then suiting to Ray. And yeah, Candace calls the therapist saying that the invention just disappeared. And then, yeah, he's just piling up all these different theories. And he grabs the pizza, just throws it onto the water, on the ground, and then takes the delivery guy's uniform and just doing this little thing with Candace. And yeah, he's just doing all these different theories. And yeah, Candace is believing that this is going to be the time that Phineas and Ferb gets busted. And yeah, they're doing this disco dance. Or, yeah, this boogie dance. And yeah, Baljeet is like, how is this going to conquer my fear of the boogeyman? And he's like, you just boogie to the man. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, they're being sewn on this giant disco ball too. And Perry sees Monogram, and Monogram is telling him that that therapist is going to reveal everything if Perry does not stop the therapist. And yeah, of course, Linda wasn't listening because she was on a call with Lawrence. And yeah, Doofenshmirtz getting fought by Perry, and the Ray shooting the disco ball and shooting all of the different evidence as well. And of course, when the curtains are open, there's nothing besides Perry. And of course, he's like, where's all my evidence? All my proof go? And yeah, they use these parachute pants. And everybody's looking down when, yep, the disco ball disappears. And of course, Candace is like, now you know how I feel. And yeah, he gets taken away by a police officer, or by security. And yeah, Candace actually seems like she is actually okay, because she actually seen somebody that was having a meltdown being taken away, but sees somebody else that knows her pain. And of course her eye is twitching as well, like, yeah, she's not okay. Like, she's not okay. But yeah, really good episode here. 2 episodes here. Again, season 5 is definitely off to a really good, again, still early onto the season, but definitely loving it so far. Yeah, like to know what you think? Catch you next one.